Update. Everybody's mad at me that I, 18 male, don't support my ex, 18 female, coming out. And now she's told me something else crazy. Don't know what to do. Original post. I, 18 male, posted about the issue related to this a few weeks ago. Only now things just got more complicated. It feels like life just decided to say, F you, here's more for you to deal with. But I'm lost even more about what to do. My ex-girlfriend, 18 female, cheated on me a while back and came out as a gay. She got with the girl she cheated on me with. They've been together for a while behind my back, and according to her, going out with me was all to see if she was into guys or not, since she already knew she liked girls. It still has messed up and I hate her so much. Everyone, like even my parents, were fully supportive of her, and I couldn't take it anymore. I left to go stay with my cousin who lives an hour away, so it was perfect to get away from everybody. My parents wouldn't leave me alone because my ex hasn't stopped wanting to reach out to me. She called me from a different number. Finally learned the reason she hasn't stopped trying to reach out is because she's pregnant. Our relationship ended like 3 months ago, but she's 4-ish months or something around there. I'm so freaking stupid and hate myself for making sure rubbers didn't break. Because now here we are. My ex was crying the whole time she kept saying sorry for hurting me, and she knows it was wrong to cheat, but she didn't know what else to do. I don't know. Maybe don't freaking cheat? I don't know what to do now. I don't ever want to see her again, but it's my baby. What I ended up saying was she can get a procedure or maybe give the baby up, or keep it and take my money, but I can't have her in my life. So she'll be on her own. At the time, I was mad when I told her she's on her own and hung up. Now I'm thinking about it now, and I don't know what to do. It still hurt now there's a baby, and that means if she has it, I'm stuck with her, which is the last thing I want. Don't think I could be part of this because it's too much. What the hell do I do now? Edit. Yeah, I have confirmation that she really is pregnant. Trust me more than anyone didn't want to believe this is happening. Said in another comment too, we got proof I'm the dad. Now for the top advice before reading the update. Best thing to do now is contact a lawyer and see what we're legally obligated to. I don't have money for a lawyer. I'm pretty sure there are free services out there for giving you general advice on how certain legal situations work. Ah, okay, cool. Didn't know that. Yeah, bro, just reach those feelers out. The laws are there online too, but nothing beats the words of a good lawyer. You can try calling around for advice at no cost, or for recommendations. I suppose the question lies in what you two decide on doing. You'll be intertwined with this kid forever. You've done just about all you can do. You had your heart broken, gave yourself some much-needed space, and now have to deal with the second bombshell she dropped into your lap. 4 months into a pregnancy as well into the second trimester. You're almost at a point where you can determine the sex. Depending on where you live, elective procedures may no longer be a legal option. If that's the case, then she's left with only 2 real options. She can give up the child up for adoption, or she can keep it. You don't have to marry her. You might be able to sign away parental rights if a live birth takes place. The bottom line is, no, you're not stuck with her. But you may have to learn how to share the same space. I know this doesn't come across as particularly helpful, but right now you're just going to have to roll with the punches as they come. What I ended up saying was she can get a procedure or maybe give the baby up. Or keep it and take my money, but I can't have her in my life. OP, this response is all you need to repeat as a broken record until the end of your days. Get your own paternity test and get a lawyer. You can co-parent if you want or give her all the custody rights if she decides to keep the baby, but you are not obligated under any circumstance to take her back. When she didn't know she was pregnant, she'll leave her a fair partner and try to fix things. If she wants the support of a partner, she has the other woman. Proof. DNA test and then make it clear that no matter what, you will not have any relationship with her. If she keeps the child, decide what you want to do. Reiterate that you have 0 good feelings towards her and that you won't be in her life. Frankly, she sucks and you don't have to raise a kid with her. Well, she's lesbian, so I really doubt it about wanting a relationship. I'm gonna take some time. But yeah, right now I just don't have it in me to do that. Not after the things she's done. And now for the update. Okay, so lots of crap has happened since then. I don't know where to start. Baby was born premature. My parents told me he was 34 weeks. He's alive though, don't worry. But before that, I talked to my ex a few days after my last post. And I basically said, either give up the baby for adoption or do it on your own, because I'm not gonna be involved. And she really need to think about it, because no matter what, I'm not gonna help her at all. Aside from the child support, obviously. She got really upset over it, and she basically told me okay, she won't bother me again. Ever since, I wasn't talking to anyone in my family, because I already knew what they were gonna say about me choosing to not be involved. Till my parents told me she gave birth and he is in NICU for babies born premature. My mom told me I need to see him now. He's okay and doctors say so, but if anything happened to him and I didn't let myself see him, well, yeah. So that's what I did. I was scary AF. First time I went, I was just looking at him. It made me cry. When I saw all the stuff they had on him, it freaked me out. He's so tiny too. I started coming every day to see him for a week. They say he's doing better. Not really any big complications, and they say he's gonna be healthy as he gets older. The nurses started showing me how to have him on my chest, and that's mostly what we're doing every time I come visit. I'm still scared for him though. It's been emotional and been making me think about how I don't think I can't be involved. Like he could have died and I never would have met him. My parents want to help take care of him. They've been more in contact with my ex and her family than me. She decided right now she can't be involved when she wants to be in school and not really ready for a baby. They were going for adoption, her and her parents. That's when my mom told me they said they'd take him, so he's not given to some agency. Now that I'm saying I want to be a dad for him, my parents tell me they'll help however they can. Help with money so he's got what he needs, do babysitting when I'm at work/school, or pay to have a nanny to take care of him, etc. There's still lots of stuff we're gonna need to go over because I'm still living an hour away. Ed is gonna have doctor's visits he's gonna need to go to here. Most likely gonna be moving back for him. Then with my ex, they're working out with a lawyer so that it says I'd have custody and she doesn't really want anything else. It's been so many stuffs going on at a time. I'm scared when I think about it. Honestly though, I already feel like I love him. And it was scary thinking what if he died. Still cared about it now, but they keep telling me it's gonna be okay. Man, it's freaking trippy to think about it still. But I have a son. In the beginning, I didn't want to be part of his life. Except after all this crap that went down, I don't want to lose him. What a character arc. Goddamn man, I cried. The hardest part about being a single dad is the baby part. But when they're toddlers, it's pretty much smooth sailing from there. Way to step up, bro. Very proud, and I don't even know you. Yeah, I admit, thinking back now, I feel bad for my attitude about him. Mostly was mad at my ex for cheating on me. I didn't care if she was gonna do it alone. Or my baby not having a dad because I just didn't want to see her again. It feels different for me now with him here, and I actually get to hold him. Find a therapist too. You're young and going through an emotional roller coaster. Especially since A, your ex cheated on you and now you're going to be co-parenting, and B, Bub's in the NICU, which is terrifying even when you weren't expecting to be part of his life. My son was a 35-week NICU baby, and I was in shock for a good week after he was born. And he was planned. You've got this, and you'll do great. I was thinking the same thing too. All night I can't sleep thinking about him. My mom's had to make me go home for sleep. It's too much for sure, so talking to someone, I probably will soon. She decided right now she can't be involved when she wants to be in school and not really ready for a baby. Your ex is a piece of work till the very end. She's the one that was determined to screw everyone over to have this kid, and now she's saying she's not ready? And you who never wanted a baby in the first place has to change all your life plans and become a parent. She's complete garbage. At least I have my son with me and won't have to deal with her at all. Still hate her for everything else she did to me. No matter how much she wanted me to forgive her for using me, I can't. But got my son out of it, and I don't have to be worried that I don't love him because I really do. To be honest, it sounds like you're gonna be a really good dad. Your kid is lucky to have you and your family. Now for the last story. I, 32 female, don't want my husband, 34 male, to feel resentful for us not having more children. Hit a sensitive spot last night. Plus, little update. We have 2 lovely young kids we love very much. 2 emergency C-sections. 5 years so far as a stay-at-home mom and looking at an additional 2 more years, but I'm done having kids. I want to be able to make my own money, have more social life, and not have my whole identity revolve around my kids. I love the family dynamic we have now, and I feel adding more kid will add more responsibility and stress. My husband came from a family of 4, and I'm an only child. He keeps on saying that he grew up in an environment with more children and would like to have more. Last night, we had a discussion again, and I said something along the lines of, I don't want 4 kids because I don't want to end up like his mom, who has been a stay-at-home mom her whole life. This struck a wrong chord with him, and it feels like I'm talking down on his mom. I feel like I'm merely stating a fact. He went on defensive mood and said that his mom has done way more than I have done, and this comment hurt me, because I don't think he realizes how much I have given up to raise our children. I love and want my children, but I also want to achieve things outside of that. I would really like to see couples counseling, but he doesn't think we need it. He thinks talking about will solve our problem, but I don't think our discussion are going anywhere. He is fine with my decision, but he says he is resentful that we won't have more. He has hobbies too that he wants to keep going, and I told him that if we have more kids, that will put his hobbies in jeopardy too. He just brushed it off and said that the older kids can take care of the younger ones. I wish he would be more supportive and see how much more realistic it is for us to have 2 kids to have the type of lifestyle we want. Any advice would be appreciated in how to go forward. Now for the top advice. Suggest that if you were to have more children, then he could be a stay-at-home parent while you trended to your work and hobbies. If he doesn't want that, ask him to state why, and ask him to be specific. And also, explain to him what parentification is. Don't do that to your kids just because you want more OP. Underrated comment. I don't think people understand the impact this can have on the older children. Really? She asked her husband if he was prepared to sacrifice his time for more kids, and his response was, the older kids will raise the younger kids. What the heck kind of response is that? You want more kids only to pass them off on your other kids? Really? What is that? How can you think that's a reasonable response? OP did not have more kids with this man, and did not give up on impressing on him that more kids mean more sacrifices from both of you. Time, energy, and patience. You're creating human beings. They're more than just an extra picture for him to put in his wallet and show off to old ladies. That's awful how he says how the older kids will take care of younger ones. That's not good parenting at all. Does he take care of the kids at all? You should put more responsibility on him. And maybe having more kids don't feel that fun anymore. He takes care of them to a certain degree. He works full-time but always make time to hang out with them. Play for a short time is cool, but for a longer period of time it always feels like a chore to him. Sorry, playing with your kids is not taking care of them. Does he do bath times? Bed times? Does he help them get dressed or make them food? Does it take them to get haircuts or other errands? I'm a stay-at-home mom and my husband does all of that and more. He splits chores with me, 50-50 co-parents with me after work hours, and takes over everything to give me occasional nights, some full weekends, and every single Sunday morning off. Kids should sometimes feel like chores because they are. They're a lot of work. It's very easy to want a dozen kids when you all have to do is play blocks for 10 minutes and kiss them goodnight. He just brushed it off and said that the older kids can take care of the younger ones. So he's okay with you not ever getting to have the life you want, as well as parentifying your older kids so that he can still have his hobbies? Keep a very close eye on your birth control, or get something you can't tamper with. Not to mention the fact she already had 2 emergency C-sections. Does he understand how freaking dangerous that is? It would be one thing if Opie voluntarily wanted to put her body through another pregnancy, but clearly she doesn't. And her husband is fine with pressuring her to risk her life for a 3rd time? WTF? I'm glad someone else noticed this. C-sections have much higher mortality rates. If Opie dies during childbirth, then what happens to the other kids? Dad surely won't take care of them. Edit. Thank you everyone for your input. It has given me a lot to think about. Honestly, he is not a bad father and spends a lot of time outside of work with the kids. But I just don't think the two of us can handle 4 kids. I've seen his friends that have 3+ kids, and I can tell from their personalities that it's fitting for them. I just don't think our personalities are fitting. To the people that tell me to take off for a weekend and let my husband handle the childcare, yes, I thought about it. But in the end, I don't want my kids to be collateral damage for our disagreement. I would worry too much if they, mobile baby and toddler, would get into an accident or something. And when he talked about having the older one take care of the younger one, I think he meant for the older ones to play with the younger ones, not so much handling all the chores.